His desire to know more about Warren Buffett stocks when Wall Street is nervous. The stock market in the United States has lost ground for the first time in 2 years owing to concerns about rising inflation, geopolitics and monetary policy tightening. As a result, there is some P500 index and the NASDAQ 100 dropped 4.6% and 8.9% respectively. During the same period, Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway New York Stock Exchange symbol BRC, in BRKB, boosted the value of its portfolio to $364 billion. In the most recent 13F filing with the Securities and Exchange Commission, we obtained no review of the group's assets. In Q1, the Oracle of Omaha grew its holding in 7 firms and purchased new stakes in 8 others. On the flip side, he sold out 3 stocks and reduced his interests. And for companies with that knowledge, here is 7 Warren Buffett bugs to consider if you want to build long-term wealth in these unpredictable times. 1. Amazon.com. Whether it's cloud services, smart devices or entertainment, Amazon NASDAQ symbol AMZN is the most well-known e-commerce corporation in the world. Amazon, for example, just announced the acquisition of MGM Studios on April 28. The tech behemoths released its first quarter earnings. Year-over-year, revenue climbed by 7% to $116.4 billion. However, the company lost $7.56 per diluted share compared to $15.79 per diluted share in the first quarter of 2021. Furthermore, free cash flow FCF turned negative with an outflow of $18.6 billion versus a positive inflow of $26.4 billion a year ago. The negative effects of inflationary and supply chain pressures were mentioned by management. His reasons for these results. It also reaffirmed its commitment to increasing efficiency and lowering costs across Amazon's fulfillment network. Investors rule. It is your belt. What do you like to do? 1. To put it another way, assuming the current price level persists, AMZN shares, which trade at around $100 in the coming months, the stock of Amazon has dropped roughly 33% so far this year. The stock is currently priced at 47.6 times expected earnings and 2.3 times expected sales. In the meantime, Amazon's 12-month median price projection is $3,625. This price will understandably change, seem to reflect the stock split. American Express. As mobile album over there, down there, so gentle. XP is a significant payment company around the globe. The company began as a freight forwarder at 1850. And has since grown into a financial behemoth that provides payment and collection services to both individuals and companies. Berkshire Hathaway is American Express's largest stakeholder, owning 20% of the company's outstanding shares. On April 22, AXP revealed its first quarter results. Revenue increased by 29% year-over-year to $11.7 billion. The diluted earnings per share EPS for the first quarter of 2021 was $2.73. Down from $2.74 in the previous quarter. Management stated that its long-term investment strategies have begun to pay off, as evidenced by the company's solid performance over the last 3 quarters. The company anticipates 18% to 20% revenue growth in 2022 thanks to good retention rates, annual membership acquisitions, YTD. The stock of AXP is virtually unchanged. Meanwhile, the current price supports at 1.3% dividend yield. The stock currently is trading at 15.8 times anticipated earnings and 2.6 times sales. AXP is expected to trade at $200 in the next 12 months. Apple NASDAQ symbol AAPL is a Fortune 500's third largest company for 2021. Smartphones, personal computers, tablets, wearables and accessories are all designed and manufactured by the consumer electronics behemoth. Berkshire Hathaway's equity portfolio includes more than 40% Apple stock. On April 28, management released financial results for the second quarter of 2022. Revenue increased by 9% year-over-year to $97.3 billion. The diluted earnings per share were $1.52. During the quarter, more than $28 million in cash was created. $27 billion distributed to shareholders. AAPL stock has plummeted over 19% year-to-date, but it still gained 18% of the last year. The stock is currently trading at a price of 22.6 times anticipated earnings and 5.9 times sales. Apple's dividend yield is 0.7% with a 12-month median price projection of $190. Berkshire Hathaway. Warren Buffett, one of the greatest investors of all time, is the CEO of Berkshire Hathaway. Aside from a slew of subsidiary firms, the company is known for its extensive stock portfolio, which the Oracle of Omaha handpicks. At the end of April, management released its first quarter results. Net earnings per Class B share were $2.47, down from $5.09 in the previous year. The multinational holding firm spent $3.2 billion to repurchase its outstanding Class A and Class B stock. Buying BRKB shares is perhaps the simplest option for most retail investors to imitate Buffett's investment strategy. Buffett's team has averaged close to 21% yearly returns over the last 5 decades. The stock of BRKB has risen over 5% YTD and 9% in the last 52 weeks. The stock is currently trading at price of 22.9 times anticipated earnings and 2 times sales. Berkshire Hathaway's 12-month median share price projection is $373. Citigroup, due to Berkshire Hathaway's $3 billion purchase of more than 55 million shares of C stock, Citigroup New York Stock Exchange symbol C has received significant attention in recent days. The sum equates to 2.8% ownership stake in the corporation. On April 14, the bank released its first quarter earnings. Revenue was $19.21 million in the first quarter of 2021, down from $19.7 billion the previous quarter, a 2.6% year-over-year reduction. The quarter diluted EPS was $2.02, down from $3.62 in the prior quarter. Meanwhile, the financial giant has been undergoing a dramatic transition. Under the direction of CEO Jane Fraser, Citibank is expected to emerge as a leaner, more efficient corporation with numerous segments that provide consistent shareholder value. According to investors and nonetheless, Wall Street has been concerned about the potential consequences of Citibank's large position in Russia since early 2022. In reality, SEE stock is down 15% year-to-date and 32% of the last 12 months. Shares are currently priced at 7.4 times expected earnings and 1.4 times expected sales. The year on the dividend is 3.9%. Citigroup has a 12-month median price projection of $61.50. HP, which its portfolio in personal computers, printers, mobile devices and related services. HP New York Stock Exchange symbol HPQ is a prominent player in the information technology field. HPS profited from enhanced digitalization throughout the pandemic. Berkshire Hathaway then revealed a stake in the PC and printer BMET last month. At the end of February, management released its first quarter results. Revenue was $17 billion, up 8.8% from the same period last year. The diluted EPS of $1.10 was above expectations of 99 cents to $1.05. FCS amounted to $1.4 billion. The stock of HPQ is only up 1% so far this year, but it's gained 20% in the last year. The yield on the dividend is 2.7%. This stock is currently trading at a price of 8.4 times anticipated earnings and 0.7 times sales. HP is 12 months. Median price forecast is $36, which is lower than 2 days' price, but the highest amount of $50 suggests that there is still space for growth. Don't forget that the second quarter's results are due on May 31st. Some who believe that companies' revenue and net income will grow may consider purchasing the shares at these prices. Occidental Petroleum. Occidental Petroleum New York Stock Exchange symbol Alexis Y is a company that owns and runs energy and chemical assets all over the world. Oil and gas prices have been on the run for the past year. However, Berkshire Hathaway just bought 5.9 million new shares, giving it a 15% stake in the company. Or maintain the energy company revealed its first quarter results. Adjusted earnings per diluted share were $2.12 compared to $1.48 in the previous quarter. Also Dent's already in $3.3 billion in debt or 12% of the principal. The amount of FCF before working capital reached a new high of $3.3 billion. Investors are thrilled that also Dental is paying down debt which will significantly enhance the company's balance sheet. Analysts are wondering whether Berkshire Hathaway could totally acquire the company due to its excellent cash creation. OXY stock is risen 125% year-to-date and 168% in the last 12 months. The dividend yield is currently 0.8%. The stock is currently trading at 16.9 times expected earnings and 2.1 times expected sales. Finally, the median price projection for OXY over the next 12 months is $73. The majority of these options appear to be just a Buffett sally. He's recently become a huge supporter of energy equities. It's no surprise that also Dental Petroleum is taking a big investment in the company. The financial services industry appeals to Buffett. Ally Financial and Citigroup are examples of the types of financial stocks. He's previously supported both. Its investment in HP is similar to his investment in IBM some years ago. While that decision backfired, it's possible that purchasing HP may pay handsomely. Berkshire Hathaway's latest position in Paramount Global may surprise some. Bump IT, on the other hand, is already invested in the entertainment business. McKesson is in a surprising decision for him because he's no stranger to healthcare firms. Celanese is the type of industrial company that could have easily been included in Berkshire's portfolio at any point in the past. There's also Markle, a baby. Berkshire is a term used to describe the corporation. Markle, like Berkshire Hathaway, is in the insurance business. It, like Berkshire Hathaway, invests in other businesses. One of Markle's major holiday in his Berkshire Hathaway. Which of these 8 new stocks is the most promising holics? Why would be the clear winner? And we decided just 1 year-to-date results. The oil and gas company stuck his reason about 120%. So far in 2022, Buffett and his investment managers, on the other hand, did not base their decisions on short-term stock performance. Indeed, Berkshire's portfolio has lost half of expression additions so far this year. Instead, Buffett advises focusing on each company's long-term business prospects and valuation. With these factors in mind, we believe 2 of Berkshire's new Odeons stand out. In particular, McKesson operates on a long-term business plan. Prescription medications and medical surgical treatments are distributed by the company. It also offers services related to prescription technologies. Demographic trends that are aging should give McKesson a major tailwind for many years to come. The stock has a low price-to-earnings ratio of fewer than 14 times projected earnings. That's especially noteworthy given McKesson stock's 30% gain this year, making him one of Buffett's best-performing holdings in 2022 so far. Markle is certainly deserving of the moniker they be Berkshire. However, the business has its own niche. It provides specialized insurance to consumers who have risks that traditional insurers can handle. Markle, like Berkshire, is in the reinsurance business. These operations create a considerable amount of cash flow, which the company invests in other publicly traded companies. Markle's portfolio, on the other hand, is more growth-oriented than Berkshire's. Based on forwarding earnings multiples, the stock is slightly more expensive than the S&P 500. With the price-earnings to growth P/E ratio of approximately 0.91, more goal appears to be a bargain. Flynn growth expectations are taken into account. Well, McKesson and Markle are 2 above its most recent acquisitions that one would like. You could prefer one or more of his other new stocks. You could also dismiss all of his suggestions. That's all right. Buffett and Berkshire Hathaway have a good track record when it comes to baking assets. But do your homework before investing. Even famous investors' stocks falling value, so you need to know enough about the company you're investing in to make an informed purchase, hold, or so choice on your own. Every investor, on the other hand, should adopt Buffett's approach that other people's fear and panic prevent you from pursuing operable, whether or not you buy the script that it can do better in the long run. Think like him. With this, we've come to an end. The content in this video is for educational purposes only and should not be considered financial advice. All the financial decisions should be made after doing your wide-spectrum research. Do let us know in the comments section below, subscribe for more content just like this one and share with your friends. Also, don't forget to smash that like button and also press the bell icon to get notified about our new videos. Until then.